Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I want you all to think with me, please, on the subject I've entitled specifically for you guys, the class of 2019 here at Miami Union Academy. I wanted this to be a special time for you. It is already special. And I really went deep on this one to try to find something that you would remember for the rest of your life. So I've entitled this message this evening. I believe it was not given and revealed by flesh and blood, but it's something that is really near and dear to my heart for you all. The title of this commencement speech is called Get Paid. Get paid. Get paid. After all this is said and done, and after all these accolades, I want you to focus on getting paid. And what do I mean by that? Well, I developed a mnemonic device that helped me in law school, and it helped me throughout my career in education and being educated. And the G, let's start there, right? The G stands for God. God. Put God first in everything that you do. Ecclesiastes, one of the most wisest men that ever lived, says this in Ecclesiastes, to remember God now in the days of your youth. Well, guess what? I did a little study on that, right? And remember now is not of course it's not in the past tense, it's in the present tense. And in the present tense, there's two ways you can look at it, right? One is in the simple present, something that's happening right this second. But that's not what the text is focusing on. The text is actually focusing on the present indefinite. And that means that's something that's regularly or habitually happening. So Solomon is telling us to remember now as almost a consistent occurrence. That means you have to have this positive vibration in your life that's consistent on an everyday basis before the evil days come. Because guess what, guys? They will come. Hard times will come. Failure will come. The hard days where, for some of you, I know some of you, everybody's not going to be used to these things that I'm telling you. Those times when you have bill payments that you cannot pay. I'm talking about FPL, utilities. It's going to get hard for you. Because right now you're going and you're commencing into what? Your learned career. You're commencing into the real world, where you're becoming men and young women, where you'll be having the opportunity to take care of yourself. That's when life is going to get real. When you don't have enough money to put in gas in your car. Hello? And you're driving on fumes, wondering, how am I going to, God, help me to get to work. Huh? I want you to remember now that God is a shelter in the time of storms. And he's going to take you through those moments, class, so that you could always focus and remember him now, consistently, habitually, in occurrence. Get paid. The E is for education. Amen. I want you to know that education, yes, indeed, it's formal, but your education is never going to stop. The day that you stop learning is the day that you're dead. Huh? I don't care how many degrees you may have. I don't even care how many letters you have behind your name. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. Every day you will continue to learn. In fact, as an attorney, I can't practice law consistently without what they call continuing legal education credits. I need to continue in my career, although I've been practicing for 15 years. And guess what the Florida bar will do if you don't get your continuing legal education credits consistently within that period of time? You will not be able to practice law. They will send you a letter, Mr. Daphnis, you are not eligible to practice law at this moment in time because you have not fulfilled the requirements of your continuing legal education. What I'm saying is, fall in love with being a student of life. Guess what? Some of you are not going to go and get a 4 degree. Listen to me. Some people may not want to tell you this, but I was brought here to tell you the reality of life. Some of you ought to go and get a vocation. Do you understand that there's some plumbers, electricians, mechanics, making more money than some of these lawyers and judges and doctors, or just as much? What I'm saying is be open to all the possibilities. Education is not just formal education. Some of you might need to spend 2 years at Miami-Dade. I don't know. You may want to spend 2 years in Miami-Dade Community College and then transfer out if you don't know what you want to do. Some of you may want to go on and go get that 4-year degree. But understand, education is not just formal education. Study your market and the trends for your profession or your vocation. Some of you might want to go into IT. Some of you might want to be a scientist. Some of you may want to do construction management. Don't just think of 5, 10, 20, 25 years because things change. We're living in a time where things change drastically. Don't waste time or money just being one-dimensional. And when you get to college, enjoy those years. Just like you've enjoyed these years. You're going to look up and 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, you'll be like, man, those were the greatest days of my life. I wish I could go back to that. Those were exciting days. Get paid. The T is time. Time is of essence. You want to spend time doing things now that your future self is going to appreciate and that's going to benefit from, and that you will have a return on your investment in time. I'm telling you, if you do that, times like this, time keeps on ticking. You can't manage time. But what you could do is manage yourself. One of the things that I wish they would have told me when I was sitting in your shoes years ago, I didn't have the benefit of going and coming to this illustrious Miami Union Academy. I didn't have the benefit. I went to public school. I graduated from Miami-Dade Southridge Senior High School. But most of my cousins went to school here. And one thing that I will wish that we could have thought about is, and I'm putting the challenge to you guys, is for you guys to get together and think of businesses that you guys want to start together. You might want to do something like a real estate investment club. Yes, you guys could do it. I know you've never heard of this, but another thing is, don't jump to these credit cards that they're about to give you or they're already sending you. Did you hear me? Keep your credit pristine, because that's where your value is going to be when you really get out here. Right now, you're eligible, most of you could eligible, even if you get together, would be able to get a mansion together. I wish at Oakwood I would have known that the $20,000 houses in Huntsville back in 1990 something, yeah. 3-bedroom, basement, brick house for $20,000, $30,000. I wish I would have bought back then, because now those houses is worth $250,000 right now. So you got to think outside the box. Time is of essence. Get paid. The P is that I want you really to pursue your passion to profits, right? Your profession may be your passion, but your profession might not be your passion. So for the 15 umpteen years, I've been living this sort of existence where I haven't been doing everything that I love to do as an attorney. I want you to get this. See, your profession may just be your pathway, to a paycheck. Meanwhile, you need to learn how you can amalgamate and join in and make it compatible for your what? For your passion to lead to profits. Get paid. Because when you're doing something that you love, you'll feel like, wow, they actually pay me to do something that I love to do. This is crazy. And you won't feel like you're going to work at all. Get paid. The A is action. Don't tell people, show them. Actions speak louder than words. Make less announcements and be about making actions count. The old Jamaican says actions speak louder than argument. Don't get caught up with what people say. Watch what they do. Some people talk so much with their actions that you can't really hear what they're saying with their mouths anyway. Action, stay moving. Because you're either going to be progressing or you're going to be digressing. And in life, when you don't feel like activating yourself because you're going to feel these ways, I want you to do some things. Wake up. Get up. Dress up. And show up anyhow. Early. Not on time. Early. You know how many times that I showed up early to a court hearing and the things that happened because I showed up early. Court hearings at 9. I could show up anytime between 9 and 12. I like getting there at 8:30. Why? Because when I get there at 8:30, who do I make contact with? The bailiff? Right there. They know who I am. And guess what? I'm first on the list. First come, first serve. Number 2, the court reporter. By the time 9 o'clock rolls, I own the courtroom. The judge comes in and he's like, well, who is this, Mr. Daphnis? First thing we're going to do is, Mr. Daphnis, come on up. Why? Because I'm first on the list. How you doing, Judge? Good morning. Yes. And business gets taken care of. Action speaks louder than words. Get paid. The I is for investment. You need to be able to not only get paid just because you want the money, but you want to reinvest in your community. It took a Nipsey Hussle to die for people to talk about buying Black the Block. Come on, man. Little Haiti right now, they're trying to take it over, talking about this little river or some other thing that they're trying to make up. Why? Because Haitians or black people themselves did not invest in their own community. And now you want to cry about, gentrification. Invest in your own. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why we as a community are the only community with everybody else in our community selling to us. Making multi-millions of dollars off of your money. You don't have a store, a convenience store in your own community? It's a shame. I mean, right now you even have these other people that are coming in with hip-hop stores, hip-hop chicken. I know y'all want y'all pickle eggs and stuff like that, but not here. We're not eating no hot sausage and pig's feet, right? What y'all eating is sauce pois and curry goat and chili collet. Huh? I know what y'all like. Beef patties, cocoa bread. Right. Pickles. Let me stop. You're making me hungry. Get paid. Get paid, guys. D is for determination. Be determined. Be determined. And decide that you will have the dogmatic desire to be a doer. That you are going to be a person that's going to spark change in your community. That you are special enough, that God has made you special enough to make a difference in this world. Because that's what he did. You know what? I wish, y'all, I could tell you it's going to be easy. I wish I could tell you that it would be simple. I wish right now that I could tell you that all those around you and even in your class will see your success. I wish I could tell you that when you get to the glory or the apex of your success, that everybody will see that mom and dad are going to be there to witness it. I wish I could tell you that you won't fall, that you won't fail, that you won't falter. You're going to slip up sometimes. But because you're determined, you will remember that failure isn't falling. Failure is failing to get back up again. That even if you fall 6 times, get up to 7, you'll have being a success. I failed. I got kicked out of law school for failure to reach a 2.0. Huh? But what do you call me today? And a lot of people fake the funk. I'm getting low right now. I'm ending. Y'all can kick me out. Some people fake the funk about their falterings. And sometimes, you know, for yourself, I want to show everybody that I've done everything that I could do. And I've been perfect. No, it's okay. And then when you start speaking your truth, you start realizing, oh man, you fell too, dude. Oh, wow. In other words, now they'll be laughing at your pain. When you're laughing all the way to the bank, get paid. Get paid. Get paid. I'm really done. But I'm not a billionaire today. I am a billionaire. My bank account just don't know it yet. And you know what? We all are. But I think we believed a lot of the lies that people have told us. And you know what? I did something before Robert Smith, and I'm glad I got it on record. When I accepted the call to come here, I said I'm going to do something for the class of 2019. And it's on paper. I already sent it. I sent you guys what I was going to do. And tonight I have something special for each one of you guys. All right? Monetarily, a little something. I want to know is Mr. Uriarte here? Is he here? I saw him earlier. I don't know if he's here right now. There you go. I had my firm come in and I told them I'm coming to do this. First of all, y'all gave me a little love. First of all, come on up. This is Alexander Uriarte. He's a product of Adventist education. He graduated from GMA, Greater Miami Academy, the sister school, and we've been working on a lot of cases together. And I said, Alex, I want you to come in. As a matter of fact, come on up. It was our dream when he came to me and he said, you know what? I want to be able for us to give back to our community and give back and believe in Christian education. So, first of all, whatever little money y'all gave me is coming back to you. Let's start there. No, listen. Listen. Every dollar counts. Mama used to say, you take care of your pennies, your dollars will take care of themselves. Don't get it twisted. Okay? Alex, come on up here. I'm going to say a couple words.
All right, everyone, I know you're hearing a lot of theories tonight, but we're going to get you paid tonight, all right? Not $10 million, but it'll help. All right, so I know a lot of you have scholarships that are coming up, and that's something that I'm a firm believer in, is in trying to give back. Me and Irvin have been talking about this for a long time, and we wanted to establish a scholarship to be able to help those who graduated tonight. Now, what you do with that is really up to you, all right? I know all of you have heard the parable of the servants, right, with the talents. And that's exactly what life is, right? You're getting talents every single day, and some people are going out and spending it. Some people are just putting it in a hole, and other people are investing it, right? So I'm not just gonna give you some fish tonight, though we wanna teach you how to fish too, all right? So we also have a book that we wanna give you guys, because you can't build the building without starting at the foundation. So I challenge you guys to read books. We're living in one of the most exciting times in history, where you have this little box that's in your pocket, right? You can literally Google anything in the world and it comes up here. So if your school didn't teach you something, your parents didn't teach you something, nobody owes you anything. Get into that little black box, stop playing video games, and start looking up something. Figure out how to do something, right? So congratulations to all the graduates.
Thank you. Thank you so much. No, this is not a little thing. We've been talking about this for 5 years, and God finally opened up the door so that we can actually give back. So to meet the challenge that's been given, I want us to help to meet that $1 million mark.
Amen.
I've raised thousands of dollars for judges. I've raised thousands of dollars for politicians in this community. And so it would be remiss that I would stand here and I come home to my place, Miami Union Academy, and not try to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars with you guys. Okay? So one of the things I'm going to do special is, and I'm calling on all of my family members who graduated from this university, some are pastors, other doctors. We're going to team together and give in the name of Isaac Daphnis, my father, who was a Joel Daphnis, who are not here to be with us today, that died. My dad died last year, this month. So that's why I'm trying to tell you guys this. This is serious. And us raising this money is not just about us getting accolades. It's being able to change our world, to change our community. Get paid. Thank you very much. God bless the class of 2019.
Excellent, thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Excellent. Thanks for being here.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me.